Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today, our group would like to present a topic entitled Participant Roles. The first part of the presentation will be delivered by me, Diana Sulistiani. The second part will be delivered by Mr. Ajay Bastian. Lastly, Ms. Lulu Atul Musyafa'ah will discuss a journal analysis related to participant roles. So let's begin the presentation. Up to this point, we have discussed many things, from the notion of semantics, propositions, referents, predicates, to derivations. From the previous materials, we can summarize that a simple sentence, semantically consists of two main things. They are a predicate and a series of referring expressions. Let's take a look at an example sentence here. Johnny opened the door with the key. From the sentence, can you identify what is the predicate and what are the referring expressions? That's right. The predicate is open, and the referring expressions are Johnny, the door, and the key. Grammatically, we analyze the sentence like this. Johnny as subject, the door as object, and the key as complement, while open remains the same as predicate. However, if we analyze the sentence semantically, how would it turn out? In semantics, we don't use the terms subject, object, and complement as we usually use. Instead, we use special terms. Here are the first three semantic terms. They are agent, affected or patient, and instrument. Agent refers to the person who does an action. Affected, or some semanticists call it as patient, refers to the thing upon which the action is done. Usually, the affected participants change after the action. Meanwhile, instrument can be defined as the thing used in doing the action. Now let's review the sentence once again. Based on the three semantics terms that I have mentioned earlier, we can analyze the sentence as follows. The participants are Johnny, the door, and the key, right? So Johnny in the sentence acts as the agent. Johnny is the one who does the action, so he is the agent. Next, the affected participant is the door. In the sentence, the door changed due to the action done by the agent Johnny. Then, the instrument here is the key. The key is the tool used by agent Johnny to open the door. There are two more terms, location and beneficiary. Location refers to the place where the action takes place. For example, at home, at school, in Semarang, in Indonesia, and so on. Meanwhile, beneficiary, as the name suggests, can be defined as the person for whose benefit or to whose detriment the action is done. Beneficiary does not always mean as something is positively affected, but it can also be negatively affected. So let's take a look at another example here. Keith gave Gil a replica of the Venus de Milo. From the sentence, we can analyze as like this. Keith is the agent. He is the one that does an action, giving. Gil is the beneficiary because she is positively affected by the action done by the agent. She is given something unharmful by the agent Keith. And a replica of the Venus de Milo is the affected participant. So that's the introduction of participant roles. In my part, we have learned 5 semantic terms. They are agent, affected, instrument, location, and beneficiary. I think that's all for the first part of our group's presentation. Thank you for your attention.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. In this afternoon, I would like to present a part of participant roles. And this is the second part of participant roles explanation. Okay, there are 7 parts of participant roles, and in this part, I take part 2 about experiencer and them. Experiencer. The experiencer is typically a person who is mentally aware of, perceives, or experience the action or state described by the sentence. This is based on the Hoover book and 251 page. But who is not in control of the situation? Experiencer characteristic can also sometimes be attributed to the animals. Experience means you experience something, it happens to you, or you feel it. For the example, number 1, the children, the red children, number 2, the Jane, the red children, and number 3, Janice, the red children, and number 4, everyone, the red children. It means the experience. Okay. And next, the them. The them participant is a thing or person whose location is described or that is perceived by an experiencer. Let's take a look for the example. The green circle, it means subject, the children and Jack, and then the black circle or black color, it means object, the loud noise, a play, and the Honda. This is the simple sentence to compare experience and them. The children hear the loud noises. The children, it means experiencer, and the loud noises, it means them. This is part of the dictionary entry for the verb open. The door is mentioned in all 3 sentences, but John and the key are not mentioned in all 3 sentences. The role frame of a verb. Participant roles can be included in the dictionary. In the dictionary entry for each verb in the language, there will be a role frame. The parentheses indicate that the roles are optional with this verb, and the role not enclosed by parentheses is obligatory. The affected role, when it is permitted at all, is obligatory in these examples. The agent role is frequently permitted, though never obligatory in these examples. These 2 facts reflect a quite general trend in the language. This is the other example. Use blow up and give. The red color, it means agent, the green color, the tank, it means affected, and the blue color, it means instrument. And the next example, use a gift. The red circle John, it means agent, and the green color book, a book, it means affected, and Mary as a beneficiary. In the last part, we know that the notion of participant role adds a new dimension to the study of sense relation. Participant role indicate relationship between a verb and possibly other predicator, and the referring expression in a sentence. We have illustrated a number of such roles that have been proposed, namely agent, affected, instrument, location, beneficiary, experiencer, and them. We have seen how dictionary information involving roles can be presented, and we have mentioned several problems with the notion of participant roles. Okay, I think that's all, and thank you very much. Okay.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much for the opportunity that given to me. Here my name is Luluatul Musyafa'ah. Here I am as the third speaker. I would like to present about journal analysis. The title of the journal is Semantic Maps and Word Formation, Agents, Instruments, and Related Semantic Rules. This journal is taken from Linguistic Discovery published by the Dartmouth College Library, Volume 8, Issue 1, 2010. The abstract of this journal, this research mainly focuses on semantic math and word formation. Here, the presenter wants to highlight the discussions of word formations. Only agents and instruments seem to have specific word formation patterns. From a diachronic perspective, there is an interesting difference concerning the evaluation of agent and instrument marker as grammatical morpheme from word formation pattern. In word formation, it is agents that evolve into instruments, and this is the evolution expected according to the predictions made on the basis of general abstraction scales. For the methodology of this research is a qualitative design. A semantic map methodology can be further applied to the analysis of word formation. The focus will be on agents, instruments, and related semantic rules as a case study. For the finding, focusing on causal semantic rules as a case study, only agents and instruments usually have specific word formation patterns using the same criterion as grammatical morphemes. Here, the researchers start by considering some examples of multifunctionality of derivational morpheme in various languages. For the first one is English language. The English language uses suffix er either as agents or instruments. The previous speaker, especially the first speaker, already explained to you all about the definition of agent and also instruments. Here, the example is The suffix er used as agent, like rider, and the suffix er used as instruments, such as lighter. From the Spanish language, there is suffix "dor". Here, the suffix "dor" used either as agent, instruments, and also locative. The example is matador, means as bullfighter or killer, as agent, and the second one is destornillador as screwdriver as the instrument, and the last one is camera, the meaning is dining room, as a locative. In Latin language, there is suffix "colum" as a sense of either instrument and also locative. The example is peculum, as the meaning is cup, and cubiculum, the meaning is bathroom, as locative. Causal semantic rules in word formation. The first one is the Latin suffix "theriums." It is primarily used to derive locative noun from verb roots, as in dormitorium's bathroom. And then for the next is the sacred nature suffix "tra" is found in instrument nouns like sastra, meaning as knife and sword. Then the Albanian suffix is found, for example, in the instrument noun "cause", means as trainer. And the last one is the Turkish, the suffix "e", and "a" both appear in instrument and locative. The example is tacit, meaning as vehicle. For the next one is the same function we found that in modern Standard Arabic, the so-called kotal, form especially in the feminine kotalat, are a productive patrons for the formation of instruments. They have replaced in this function the order miqtal. In the other passages of Semitic languages, these kotal patrons provide agent nouns and nouns of occupation. There are also a number of cases in which we find the same suffix used for the three lords we have already mentioned in the previous slide. In the Spanish suffix "dor", which can be found in agents, instrument, and also locative noun. In Old English, the suffix "er" is almost exclusively used for agent. For the example is rider. Here we are going to the semantic map. The conclusion reached so far can be summarized in the following semantic maps. There are agents, instruments, and locative. The agent as a force and the instrument as means. In a given semantic map, the extension and change of meaning of a given grammatical morpheme is expected to follow the length of the map without jump to unconnected function. For example, if the map is right, it is not expected that a suffix used for the formation of agent noun comes to be used for the formation of locative noun, unless it is also used for the formation of instrument. And the last one is the conclusion. The conclusion of this journal analysis is the researchers have tried to show in this paper how the semantic map methodology can be applied to the analysis of multifunctionality in word formation patterns. A systemic program of research of word formation pattern found in the languages of the world from this perspective can add new insight into the structure of certain conceptual domain. That's all for me. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.